Greetings everyone. This is another video in the series of a report. The topic comes under report writing skills. So here we will discuss types of reports. So let's start it. Formal and informal reports. This is the first type of report. So first we discuss formal report. Reports can be formal or informal depending upon their nature, scope and length. So how we can judge the report is formal or informal? We can judge with their nature, with their scope and length. A formal report is usually the report of a thorough investigation of a problem. If we find there generally findings, results come out, so proper investigation has been done. So this is the form of the formal report. Formal reports are comparatively larger and need elaborate description and discussion. So, formal reports are comparatively larger. It requires 1 page to even 40 pages. And it needs elaborate description and discussion. After a lot of discussion and elaborate description, it has been made. They usually follow a fixed format. So this is the formal report which requires a fixed format. A fixed format means a set format has been made here, a set format has been organized here in which they are to fill the data, fill all the information. So it requires a fixed format. The length varies from after a few pages to hundreds of pages. So even not 40 pages but more than pages, more than even hundreds pages it requires. More than 100 pages it requires. Formal reports could be informational, analytical, routine or special. So it can be in the form of analytical report, informational report, routine report or special report. Examples are annual report of companies and organizations, technical report, project report, thesis. These all are the example of formal reports. Now the informal reports. So informal report is a brief account of specific business or professional activity. It is a type of business activity. It is a type of professional activity. It is used for the specific business purpose. It is usually written to provide introductory information about a routine affair. So it can be in the form of routine report. It is usually written to provide introductory information about a report affair. So informal report is about it is about an introduction. It provides a written introduction of information about a routine affair. Informal reports are usually short and don't need elaborate description. It doesn't require elaborate descriptions, it doesn't require generally a long information, so it may be usually short. It includes printed form, letter format and memo format. So memorandum memo format it requires letter formats, and it requires printed forms. So in the next video I'll tell you about letter format, memo format, about all the formats of writing reports. Although informal reports are usually routine, they may be either informational or analytical and may use oral or written form. So it may be routine report, it may require information, it may be informational, analytical, or it may be oral or written. Examples of the informal reports are laboratory report, daily production report, and trip reports. These are the examples of informal reports. Now, next is informational and analytical reports. And informational reports present facts of case, problem, condition, or situation without any analysis, interpretation, or recommendations. So, an informational report presents fact of a case, problem, condition, situations without any analysis, interpretation on or recommendation. It doesn't require a lot of information. It doesn't require even interpretation or recommendations. So it is generally a collection of data. Relevant information is presented in a systematic and organized way. Though it does not require recommendation, it does not require some interpretation, but even then, it is a systematic presentation of data. Writer is like a compiler who has to present the data as objectively as possible, as small as possible, as the information is related to the problem only he has to discuss. So it should be very much objective. Examples are conference report, seminar reports, trip reports, and so on. These are the examples of informational reports. Now, next is analytical report. Analytical report presents data with interpretation and analysis. The report writers analyzes the facts of a case, problem, condition, or situation objectively and put forward his conclusion, inferences, and recommendations. So there needs a lot of information they are to collect. A writer is not only a compiler here, but thorough work. It requires a detailed research on the topic, particularly on the problem. So it is a the report writers analysis the facts of a case, problem, condition, or situation objectively, minutely, with the detailed information. He has to search, he has to collect the information and put forward his conclusions, his inferences, and recommendations of what are his requirements and what are the proper recommendations he can include. The writer must reflect a broader understanding of the subject in order to comment on various objects related to the report. So writer here reflect a broader understanding of the subject in order to comment on various aspects related to the report. So it requires a thorough study, it requires a detailed study on the particular way, it requires her broader sense of mind. In order to write an analytical report, The writer should be able to evaluate information and make appropriate inferences. So he has to take company has to take a decision which is based upon a particular report. So report must be informational. Examples of analytical report includes project report and market research report. So these all are the examples of the analytical reports, project report and market research report. We will discuss with example project report and market research report in the next video. Next is routine report. All organizations including companies, institutions, government department and research establishments depend upon routine report for various management decisions. Like here the example is before us. In this the period of lockdown, how our government is working there. So the reports which are presented to the government, to our prime minister, so he is taking decision after looking into the matter, after looking all the information, after a detailed research is required so that he can take the proper decision. So it requires daily basis data. He requires daily information. So daily information means here routine information he requires. So this comes under routine report. It is prepared on a periodic basis. It means daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, quarterly or annually. So annual report generally we see a school present journal annually report at the time of the annual function. So how many merits were there in the last session of the students, and what was actually the particular record of the school. So they discuss about all the information there in the annual day. So this comes under routine report. It may be daily, it may be weekly, it may be fortnightly after the 15 days, it may be monthly, it may be quarterly after the 4 months. The contents of the routine report may vary from simple production information to complex marketing or research data. Means it requires all type of information. It can be simple as a simple production information, or it can be difficult like the marketing or the research data. Routine report may be informational or analytical depending upon the purpose. So it may be informational, which is generally easy, or it may be analytical, which requires a lot of information and data. Examples are daily production report, monthly sales report, and annual reports, etc. So, any type of report can come in your paper, even the example which you are looking here. So, any type of report can be asked you in the paper, and you are to write there. Now, next is special report. Special report is prepared to convey special information related to a single condition or problem. So special report generally it includes a simple specific problem, not a simple but a single problem. Special report don't convey repetitive information or routine information. So it doesn't require routine or the repetitive matter. It is for the specific purpose. It is used to take some important decisions. So special report actually it is made to take some important particular decision. For example, A company might launch a new product based on a report. So this is an example of special report. So a company might launch a new product on a special report analyzing the market demand. So for analyzing the market demand, a new special report company can demand, which is based upon the particular